Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Boozy Botanical podcast. My name is Holly.
I'm Angelique.
And hi. We are back with another episode.
Another Boozy Tuesday, everybody.
I have to say, I love that we call it Boozy Tuesdays. Like me and Tyson before this, we were like, what day is it? Today's Wednesday, the day we're recording. He's like, I thought it was Thursday. I'm like, no, yesterday was Boozy Tuesday. And he goes, oh, that's right.
Oh, that's really cute.
Oh my gosh, which is really fun. I'm like, okay, that's how I can determine like during, my days of the week.
Yes. Oh, there's so many. We should talk about this off air, but just so you guys know, there's a lot of merch opportunities, I think, with Boozy Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
Right?
Like a hat or a shirt. Boozy Tuesday.
Oh my God. With like a little Monstera leaf or something on the hat.
Okay, we will talk. We'll talk about this later.
Because I think that'd be so cute.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Oh, I'd love that. But Holly, before we get started, what are you drinking?
Okay, I'm really excited about this cocktail because it was very last minute. I didn't have a lot of...
Oh, it's blue, everybody.
It's blue. So we had Gatorade Zero, and it's like the blue flavor.
Yeah.
And I just mixed it with Malibu rum.
Oh my God, that sounds so good.
Really
That's
good.
right up my alley.
ASMR.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
Not watching. What about you?
So I'm also excited about this drink.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen this yet. I'm very stoked.
I'm not excited about it one bit. No. So I have to preface this with a story. So anyone who's watching, you'll see that I have a gray backdrop behind me. That's for when I do self-tapes for auditions. And I was auditioning all night last night for an audition I'm really excited for. Don't want to jinx it, but it's for Arizona Theater Company. Yes, I'm in LA, but I want to build up equity hours so that I can go union as a theater performer. Like that's what's one of my goals as an actor. And ATC is an equity theater, and they perform in Tucson, my hometown, and Phoenix, Holly's hometown. Nice. So if I were to get cast, I don't know for sure, but I think at the least I would be in one show, but I would potentially be in their whole season. I think I'd be in their whole season for going into like 2021. 2022.
So exciting.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous if I get it. I'm like, do I have to get rid of plants? Like, I don't know how often I'll be home. I thought about, I haven't even talked to Josh about this, but it's like, if I get it, I'm thinking because the Southwest flights, Burbank, which is right down the street from my house, to Phoenix are so cheap. I might just like every other weekend come home, I think.
Yeah, that's
try to like, just try to like make it work. So, like I could budget for that, I think. So we shall see. But my whole why this relates to my drink. So any theater buffs out there might know of a playwright named Beth Henley. She wrote Crimes of the Heart and she got a Pulitzer for it. And if I'm not mistaken, and there's a character named Babe, and she's really big on writing like Southern stories centered around women. And I was working on a monologue from Crimes of the Heart for like a few months with my acting coach, and I mastered it like a month ago, and I moved on to other things. And then I found this audition which asked for a monologue, either two contrasting monologues or it asked for a monologue and a song. Right. And I was like, that's crazy, because I've been working on Colors of the Wind with my voice coach for like over a year, and I've been really mastering that one the best I can. But still have like, I still am not perfect on Colors of the Wind, but like it's in a way better place than it used to be. So I was like, you know what? I know that they do musicals, but it seems like they do plays more. Hopefully I will stick out if I do a musical audition as well. Yeah. But yeah, so I did that. But in Crimes of the Heart, my scene is, so it's a character named Babe. I'll be quick. And she is speaking to her lawyer, trying to give her testimony as to what happened between her and her husband, because she called the hospital to come because he was on the floor bleeding out because he was shot. And they're trying to send her to jail because she did shoot him. And it's a comedic scene. Like, she's someone who's like 24, doe-eyed. I'm so sweet and I would never do anything wrong. Like one of those, like you look at her and you melt because she's such a sweet person. Like that.
Yes.
So everyone's like, how could like her name is Babe? Like, how could Babe shoot someone, especially her husband? And so when she's taught, and she's kind of like aloof and a little bit kind of like she's not like crazy by any means. She's not in a different world, but like it seems like I'm just floating around living life. So the whole monologue at most of it, like this is the first line. I'll give you guys a little taste.
Yes.
So I'll explain what the drink is in a sec, but I have a big, so I'm holding a mason jar cup right now, but the one I used in the scene is actually one of the two that you gave me, the plastic one that's a little bigger. Then there's the biggest one, which I used for something else, but the little one I used. So it starts with me like finishing my drink to where you hear the, like at the end, you know?
Yes.
And then I finish and then the line is, so after I shot Zachary, I put the gun down on the piano bench and I went out into the kitchen to fix up a pitcher of lemonade. I was dying of thirst. My mouth was as dry as a bone. And then she just goes into like
That's so cute. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. She goes into like how exactly she made the lemonade and how it's so weird that I got a tummy ache after. And like, I don't know why little beads of water is developing on my hand. That's weird because she's nervous because she just she just shot someone. He lived, but like, spoiler alert. But it's 2/3 of the monologue is like how she made it. And then she goes into like, she calls out to her husband and is like, you want lemonade? And he's like not answering. And then after that, she finally calls the hospital and then has this moment of like, oh, that's going to look bad that I made lemonade before calling the hospital. And it's like a whole, like, it's like, that's what it dawns on her. So I needed lemonade in my scene. And when I worked out this scene with my coach, we added that I would also have like bourbon side that would like a physical, like, so if someone's watching, they can see that she's stressed because she just keeps adding shots of bourbon to her lemonade. And I actually used real alcohol in my audition. I don't know if that was okay, but Josh let me borrow like his Texas bourbon. And I was like, I'm only going to need like 3 splashes of it. I need to get him a new one.
Oh
no. Because like, I want her to look like uninhibited. So she was just like pouring and like, it's so strong and I hate it. But like, you know, the very big mason jar you gave me?
Yeah.
Holly gave me a huge plastic mason jar, guys. That's like considerably big. Like it's really big. I filled that up to the top with lemonade mixed with bourbon because I just kept saving. I feel bad throwing it away.
Yeah.
So today with me, I have bourbon lemonade.
And so just like leftovers.
And I don't drink bourbon or whiskey, and I smell it from here to give you an idea. So
are you going to be able to drink it? Can you just add more lemonade?
I did. Let's give it a try. I forgot to add ice ASMR, but I'll just tap it. There you go. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna make it through?
I'm gonna make it through. I might be smashed. I don't know if we'll do another episode, but I'll make it through.
I like whiskey lemonade. I think it's pretty good.
You know, I think this isn't as bad as I expect because last night, oh my God, I'm like recording my audition and because she's drinking throughout the thing.
Yeah.
And I was trying not to waste it. So like at the very beginning, I have like the tiny little drop left so I can make that like drink sound, you know?
Yeah.
So I just poured back a little bit of, because I was like, I would fill this up in the middle of the scene and then I would dump it out, put it in another vessel. And then like, I would take a little bit from that vessel and put it back for the top of the scene.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I pretty much only put whiskey back for the top of the scene, like a splash of lemonade. And I drank it and it was like,
but your character's supposed to love it, I'm guessing, right?
Yes. So I'm just like,
really testing your acting skills.
Oh my God. But I think I topped this off with enough lemonade because this isn't bad. Okay. I'm definitely feeling it after one sip, but
do you have an empty stomach too, Angelique?
I've been up for 30 minutes, so yes.
What a way to start the day.
Happy Wednesday, guys. It's hump day.
You know what? More props to you.
Thank you. I'm
Good
just
job.
slowly becoming an alcoholic. It's great.
Between my influence, the podcast.
You guys, I don't drink. Like, I really don't. So, like, man, you know, I don't know if it's because of COVID or what it is, but like we started going out here and there, and I'm just like, I'll have a drink. Like, I don't know.
Dude, yes. I'm sure if you weren't really into drinking that much, COVID would bring it out of you, you know?
If anything's gonna get the party out of the girl, it's gonna be that.
Oh my gosh. Well, best
It's
of
not
luck.
that bad.
Break a
Thank
leg.
you.
We are all gonna send send Angelique the best of vibes for her audition. I'm so excited for you. Oh my
I'll
god.
keep you posted. If I don't get it, it's okay. But like it was one of those things where like I felt wrong not auditioning. Does that make sense?
Totally.
But yeah, it's good. I got to belt my heart out as Pocahontas, which was exciting.
Oh,
So I'll send you a little video later.
Please do. I'm like, I want to hear you sing Pocahontas.
I kind of want to share it, but I feel shy. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm making this all about me. I'll only give you guys like 5 seconds, okay?
Do it.
I can only do okay, let's see. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Okay.
No.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? For whether we
Oh yeah, that's the acapella one. Hold on.
Have
This is
you
oh no, we're gonna get canceled. I can't play music on this.
Oh, okay, that's all you guys get to hear.
That's all you get. Disney's gonna cancel the Boozy Botanical podcast.
And they are ruthless. Disney is. So
They shut down a kids party once.
oh, Jesus.
You know how like parents will hire like Disney princesses to come
Yes.
and sing? It was one of those companies that they canceled. They like were like, cease and desist, please.
Oh God.
They probably made $50 on this event. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow.
crazy. But Holly, now that we've spent 12 minutes talking about me and not giving you an update, how are you? What's your life been like?
Good. You know, I have been in a little planty, spendy mood actually. So most of them have been
contagious, Missy.
I know.
Jesus Christ. I talk to you and I buy 10 plants.
There are times where I just like go through long periods of time of not buying any plants. And then other times, because I genuinely love my collection. I'm not in this sense of like, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. I just get in a spendy mood and I'm just, and I was gonna actually go into this a little bit into our episode. So I'll kind of say, but all that to say, I've been buying some plants. But in particular, which one? Okay, so recently I purchased a philodendron white wizard and I loved the shop. I think it's called Glitter and Planties or something like that. Yeah. I tagged them on my Instagram story. It was so crazy because we have like a UPS account or something, and basically Tyson gets emails anytime something is going to be shipped to either one of us. But I purchased the plant. It was free shipping. So I had no idea what it was. He's like, what is this next day air? I'm like, I have no idea. But basically, the time I placed the order and like 2 days later, the plant was at my house.
Stop it.
So it was like the most amazing.
Wow.
I mean, next day air is like very pricey. So I'm guessing she may have included that into the cost of the plant. And then it's like so much easier to buy something that says free shipping. But
yeah. Especially because plants is always at least $10 in shipping more.
Yeah. But I can tell what.
So you guys, I'm not trying to be rude, but you said shipped plant. And I was like, oh my God. I get a plant in the mail and it says it delivered today.
Dude.
Should I go get it?
Go get it because it might get hot.
Okay. I'm really sorry. Can you continue? I can hear you. Keep talking about your update and I'll just go bring it inside. It's the plant from Josie, one of our last plant mommies. She's gifting me a macrophylla, guys.
Dude, so if you guys listened to our Hawaii, I cannot talk. I'm getting all excited. So if you guys listened to our Hawaii episode, Angelique found this gorgeous Hoya macrophylla that was sunstress. It wasn't for sale. And she was feeling so much plant remorse because she physically could not buy it and bring it home. But Josie, our wonderful friend and listener of the podcast, had some and she sent some to Angelique. So by the way, that is very fast shipping. And I can't wait to see it, dude. And if it gets big enough, I want a cutting too.
You what?
I said, if it gets big enough, I want a cutting too.
I got you. We're going to spread the love. Oh my God. Should we do it? Okay. Can you finish your update? And then my update will be this unboxing.
That sounds good.
Okay, cool.
So what I was going to get at was that was a good experience. The White Wizard, Glitter Planties, an amazing shop. But I'm also a little nervous because plant prices have been going down. So I've always wanted an Ethereum Forgetii, and they've been going down in price.
Oh my God. I've been watching them too.
Some of them are still around $100, but some are like around $50-$60. So I found a listing for $45, and it was the silver like version with like the veins, and it's small. So I was like, okay, well, plant prices have been dropping quite a bit. I'm like, it's fine. Like the seller has made 9 sales, which usually I like to just stick with my shops that I know of. But I'm like, I'll just give it a try. Well, I looked last night and the shop has been closed. So I have no way.
One of the Etsy scams?
I hope it's not. I have no way to message them. The only thing I can do is to open a case or I don't know. A claim, yeah.
So I frequent the seller buyer review group on Facebook because you guys, if you don't want to pay for cable, just go on this group. The drama is pristine.
I'm not a part of this group.
What? Holly, I read this all the time. I just grab a drink and then I'm like reading like, of course you shouldn't have bought from them, Kathy. Look at their profile picture. Like, but Holly, no, I'm going to add you and everybody, just as a little PSA, let me share the name of this group with you. It's really helpful if you're buying plants online.
Yeah.
I think I'm in 2 groups. So I will see, let me see if I can find the names.
Yeah, because it just sucks.
So there's 2. Plant BST Review and Discussion Board. Oh, no, sorry. That's for the admin. Sorry, that's different. You need Plant Purge USA Reviews and Discussion Board, but it's not just if you bought on Plant Purge USA.
For like group. Everything. Okay.
Look up both of them that I just said. And there's actually like a Google Doc. Like they have a full document listing beware sellers and beware buyers.
Way.
So buyers that you don't want to sell to and sellers that are scam artists or they've been shady. You have to always have your best judgment because in some cases like it's iffy whether or not they were in the wrong, but they have a template that you use. So if you want to post a review, you can, it's like buyer, like it would be for you would be seller review.
Yeah.
Friendliness 0, like what percentage out of 5, experience 0 out of 5, and then whatever. Like you rate them, and then you can say it. So you can say like this is a neutral review. Like my experience was a 3 out of 5. It was shady, but it's fine. Or you can give them a negative review or a positive review. Yeah. So I will send this to you. See if they're on there because they've given advice on how to like dispute them and stuff too.
Okay. I will look into that too. I mean, I've heard of this happening to people before. Yeah. So I was definitely aware of it. Also, a thing that I've noticed is that people will use other people's Instagram photos as listing photos, which that wasn't the case in this one. There was a photo of the actual plant, and then there was a bunch of like group photos that looked a little grainy and it could have been a little weird, but I just assumed like, well, that's why they're priced so low because they have a lot of them, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So I will keep you guys up to date. I'm hoping that because I have heard some people where this has happened to them and they still receive the plant. So I don't want to like ruin someone's like
reputation.
But at the same time, I'm just like, I might have to do something because I mean, luckily it was only $45, but still
money's money. And have you not?
Then if I go to buy another one, then I'm 100 in the hole for this freaking plant. So
are you, well, sorry, let me rephrase. They didn't send you tracking. Like, as far as you know, it hasn't shipped yet, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was like 2 days after I had placed the order, the shop is just gone.
Wow. Yeah. Weird. Well, I've heard, I think Etsy normally sides with the buyer.
Okay.
But some suggestions. So I've seen this suggestion for PayPal on that review group. Because some people say like, oh, it doesn't look like they're going to refund me the money, like PayPal. Apparently when you call, you get way better results when you actually speak to a person rather than just like filling out their form online. So see if you can get someone on Etsy on the phone.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'm gonna give it a couple days, but I'm most likely gonna file a claim. So wish me luck on that.
Sorry, that's
No,
so
it's
annoying.
It's okay. At least I can have this experience and like help other people with it. So
yeah, and you've got a white wizard in your tent now. Like, oh my god.
Yes, so I'm very excited, and yeah. So we'll go into like plant prices being lower, just because it was a very interesting thing to me, but. Let's open your box.
I have thoughts on it too. Oh my god, okay. Just to make you guys wait a second longer, I mentioned this on our Instagram, so I have to honor it. I said that I would show you guys my little purchase yesterday. I got a Monstera Peru show and tell.
Dude, that's a beautiful specimen.
Yeah, I thought it was lovely, and I bought like a geometric-y trellis that comes on Sunday. So I want the leaves to get big, so I'm going to make it grow up. So this is what it's going to look like.
Stunning. Where are you going to put it?
So I don't think I've told you guys, but do you remember how in the office I had my silver satin pothos in that huge basket in the corner?
Yep.
That basket fell. That plant is on crack right now. So it's been a nightmare. So I'm rerooting parts of it, and there's parts that are growing. So it's been a long process. But my easiest plant in the world betrayed me. So I probably betrayed it. Who knows? But that fell from the roof. So I'm going to patch those holes. And then I am going to do, I think I mentioned this to you in private. I'm going to kind of, how you posted a picture 2 weeks ago? By the time you listen to this, it's probably been 2 weeks. Your corner with like hanging plants, like 2 or 3, your silver stripe is in it. I'm going to do hopefully 3 in this corner. Because Josh's mom gave me, those plant hangers that have like the macrame and then it holds like a circular piece of wood. Yeah. I have one of those.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to make a corner of plants that hopefully are trailing. And then adjacent to that on the wall, I'm going to build like what I did for my bathroom, 2 more shelves.
Nice.
Yeah. So
good.
I'm going to make a new, so it's going to be the plant side of the office because it's going to be across from the Fabricor. So I'm hoping I can display this guy on one of the shelves.
Amazing.
And then my elbow when I'm ready to pot it up because I want to get it out of the, I'm like a little apprehensive, but I feel like my Fabricor hasn't been holding as much humidity as I want it to. And it's because I know there's an area I need to seal better.
Got it.
So it's like, does the elbow need the Fabricor? I'm going to see how it adjusts outside of it because I want to display it.
Totally.
So we'll see. But that was my mini update. And now for the big update. First of all, Josie, I know Holly filled you guys in when I was going to the door, but like this was just so kind. You've been one of our longest supporters of the show. And I was blown away. Like when I got her message of just like, hey, I listened to your episode and like I want to make your dreams come true. Oh. And I was like, okay, Santa, it's fine. It was just so really sweet. She's so nice. I'm like, oh my god, I hope my plant arrives okay. I sent her a little silver stripe cutting.
Oh, amazing.
But she wasn't trading. Like she literally was just like, I just want to share the love. Like no need to trade and stuff. I just wanted to send a little thank you. So
that is the purest form of love I have ever heard of.
Literal. Oh my god. I was like, thank you so much. But so far packaging A+. Okay, hold on. Almost done. You guys, I am so excited. By the way, you were saying it's hot outside. I woke up, it had just rained and it's cold outside. Can you believe?
It's cold.
It's like that cold LA breeze. I got a note. Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to peek really quick. Ended up sending the... Oh my goodness. Hey, Angelique. I hope this plant looks okay. I ended up sending the whole prop because I couldn't get their dang roots separated. I hope you love this Hoya as much as I do. You sent me the whole thing. Oh my god. I'm going to send you like 10 more things. Okay.
Let's see it. Oh my god, I'm shaking. I'm so excited.
God, she has star popcorns. How cute.
That's what I have.
I've never seen that.
That's what I ship my terrazzo stuff with.
That is so cute.
Water.
Okay. Oh, here we go, you guys. Moment of truth. My cat's like, what is that? Oh, look at this, Holly.
Let me see.
Oh my God.
No
Look at
way.
that.
Dude.
Josie, 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. Your packaging was perfect.
Oh my God.
Oh my
That's a gorgeous plant.
I'm in shock. It's like rock hard too.
Oh, yay.
Josie, I feel bad. It's so big. It's so me with every guy I've ever met.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's so big.
So big. I'm serious though. Wow.
That is
Thank you so much.
gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Got
Now
little
you have
splashies on it.
you know what would look good in that plant? A terrazzo pot.
Oh my God. I meant to text you yesterday. I literally told Josh, he saw me looking at the cabinet. He's like, what's up? And I was like, I need Holly to make me some pots. I want to put my begonia polka dot, whatever she's called scientifically, that you have in your green bubble pot. I want it in a bubble pot too.
Green pot. Oh yes.
So I need you to make me one of those. And then I need at least 1 or 2 more pots. So.
Well, the butt pots I'm loving, and they're actually pretty deep. So I bet you it would fit with that new macrophylla.
Okay. Let's definitely, I'm going to literally, you guys, just so you know, between this episode and the next one, I'm going to place an order. Seriously, Holly, let's talk about it because
Please.
I just want something. And again, Josie, oh my God, thank you so much. I am blown away. Like,
oh my God, that's stunning.
He had it rooting in leca, which I have a little bit of leca. I could try to put it in there. If not, I'll do perlite. But it's probably ready. I don't know. I'll check the roots later. I'm so excited.
For soil.
It could be ready. Yeah. She's been rooting it for a while, if I'm not mistaken. It is beautiful.
It's stunning. Oh my gosh, congrats.
Thank you. Oh my God, I feel like I've been hijacking this episode. I'm so sorry.
You have exciting things to talk about and we want to hear it. So
well, Holly, could you intro us to a very special plant mommy today?
Absolutely. So today we have a very special plant mommy, one of our oldest boozy friends, and that is Lacey, aka Plant Queen.
Hi, Lacey.
Yay.
I am so excited to shout Lacey out today, guys. So long story short, it's Angelique, long story short. So, oh my God, January? No, February of 2020.
Before
it was such a brighter day. Before the world ended, Holly and I threw the first ever Boozy Botanical night, and that's where our name comes from. And a few weeks prior, we were having people pay for tickets in advance because it was very limited seating because we're a big deal. And then
at my apartment complex, it was small. Because we're such a big deal, but actually,
also like there was no room. But a woman named Lacey reached out to us to snag a ticket, and I was like, "Oh, she seems really nice." Like, Holly, like, who is she? Because I didn't know her, and you were like, "Oh, I think she had recently followed you on Instagram. I don't know how she found you."
Yeah, we were like IG buddies for like a minute. I was like, "Oh yeah, like plant queen,
yeah." She shows up, so nice. She won one of our raffle prizes, which was really cool. She won a big
what did she win?
It was the huge basket that I brought for the giveaway. She has, I think she might have a fiddly fig in it, or she used to. It was like a very big boho basket.
Yes.
And she was just really kind. And after that, we had a second party in March, a month later, and she came to that one too. And it was interesting because I had discovered on Facebook Marketplace, I had been seeing a seller pop up recently called Jumanji John. And I'm like, who is this? And like, they always had such a big supply of plants, and they were in the Covina area. Come to find out, that's her partner, like little hubs. And I was like, oh my God. So
it's a small world.
You guys, to connect all the dots, me and Holly have been sharing our elbow journey with you, and she's the one that got us these clearance elbows. They had just so you guys are, if in case you're interested in getting an elbow, Jumanji John is one of the main sellers of elbows, at least in California, but he ships nationwide. And there's a group on Facebook called Jumanji John Buy Sell Trade BST, and there's also an Instagram. And I saw there's purges every week of elbows, and I always miss them, but also it's like.
But there's
they're overwhelming.
But it's nice because there's so many different elbows for like a lot of price ranges. So you have like if you want a full established plant, you know, versus to a node. So just depending on like what your price range or experience level is, there is an elbow for you.
Yes, Holly's completely right, because they will literally throw in freebies with purchases. They will do like just a node sale, super cheap. They'll have stuff that is more like established, and obviously the price goes up, but they make it so that like even the common man can get an elbow if they want to.
Yeah,
so
Holly and Angelique.
Hi. So in March they did a clearance sale, but what they did was a local purchases only. They weren't shipping these sales, and let me tell you, like, dirt cheap. Like, it was shocking, and we missed it. But I messaged Lacey because we're friends on Facebook, and I was like, "Hi, is there any chance that there's anything left?" Because Covina's a far drive for me, so I didn't want to make the drive and they don't have anything left.
For sure.
And she was like, "Girl, I got you. I'm going to set aside 3 that I think are going to make it." She didn't say it just like that, but that's what I like to think she said.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 3 did. So the odds were in our favor.
That's right.
She hooked it up. It was $30 an unrooted for each unrooted cutting with 1 leaf, guys. And so that's what I mean by their sales. Their sales are great. And she's just a really kind presence. She was really helpful with me as far as figuring out like, okay, this is how I should root it. What are your thoughts? She told me like how they like to root things, and just been really supportive of our show and really kind. And if you guys want, so if you guys are looking to buy from Lacey, you can, I don't know if she takes personal DMs, but you can follow her on Instagram @_plant_queen, but queen is spelled KWEEN. And if you want to check out she and her partner at Jumanji John, it's literally at Jumanji John Plants, JON for John. So you can see the stuff they're selling. It's not just elbows. We had a friend that bought a few different philodendrons from them before that were beautiful. So they have pretty much anything you can ask for. And a mix of rare and common.
Yeah, I was going to say they grow quite a few of like very interesting plants in their home. Like they have like a home nursery essentially.
I saw it. Like their garage is decked out as like a growing room.
That is amazing.
It's really cool.
Also, you guys know how much I love dogs. She has an adorable boxer. If you want to follow along for the boxer, the plants, definitely do it.
And a beautiful mother. She has 2 beautiful babies that they raise, and it's just so cool. So yes, give Lacey a follow, guys, and send her love from us. She's wonderful. Oh, and if you are in California on September 18th, there's going to be a SoCal tropical plant sale at Mezcala Nursery on the other side of town, which I am planning to be there, guys. So if anybody listens and we haven't met and you want to hang out, I have no friends going with me, so please come.
Signing autographs.
But Lacey, I don't know if Lacey will be there. I imagine she will be, but Jumanji John is going to have a setup. It's going to be one of the vendors. So if you guys want to see what they have at like sale prices and stuff, I highly recommend. And I'll be there. That's September 18th.
Yay! Oh my gosh. So awesome. Love, love, love.
So Holly, I'm excited for this topic today.
I am too.
And this is all credit to you. You guys, Holly thought of this, and I was like, we're doing that. So take us away, Holly. Are you down if we just do like a back and forth, like 1, 1, 2, 2?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So if you guys are wondering, we are doing our top 5 Planty products, things we've been loving. Things that we've been like very obsessed with this month, this season of growing season, what have you. So we're going to go back and forth. And these are just honestly random things that we genuinely really love and have been using a lot lately. So the first one on my list is actually a moisture meter. Now, I was very late to the game of moisture meters. I went like 2 years of having plants and never using one. Because I don't know, I didn't think it was that necessary. And usually it's not, but I will say I have been loving them for like large pots or even like, I got a new philodendron tortum for my birthday, another plant that I bought. And the soil is just not drying as quickly. So I'm very curious to know, like, okay, what's going on? Just boop, pop your moisture meter in there and you can kind of gauge like where it's at. So that is my first thing. You can find them very inexpensively on Amazon, a lot of plant nurseries. If you want to support local, they will also sell them too. So yeah, that's my first one.
You might sway me because I don't know. I have a memory that I bought one and lost it, but I think that was actually my temperature gauge for humidity gauge. And I've always intended to buy one. And I think it's about that time because my Monstera is getting too big. My fig is getting too big. Those are the two main ones that I would use it for.
You'll love them for those two plants.
And they're not expensive, you said, right?
Like $7 or like,
oh my God, there's no excuse.
It's one of those things. Same thing with a moisture meter. It's like $10 on Amazon and like you just have to remember to do it. But I'm telling you, once you do, it's really helpful.
Well, it's helpful because right now I feel like I have to stress out my plants in order to figure out if they're thirsty. Like I wait to see them droop, and it would be nice to not have to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
The first on my list, my stuff is like so generic, but the first one on my list is plant twist ties. The brand I have is Pationi I got it on Amazon and it's 328 feet worth. It's a lot.
Do you just
like it? Yes. Well, kind of. So I should have, it's in the bathroom and I'm boxed in. I can't grab it, but it's on a spool, like it's on a wheel and you pull out the amount that you need. And then it has a little cutter attached to it that you just snap down.
I have that too. Do they look like ties almost?
Yes. I think you have one.
Yes.
You talked about this. Yes. I really like them. It's a very generic thing, but a lot of my plants have been growing up, so I want to tie them up. So the last one I used it with was my silver sword philodendron that you gave me. I think I mentioned this. So what I like about them is that they're thin, like they really are tiny ties. They're lightweight. And what was my other thing? Oh yeah, they're easy to hide because I don't like seeing the ties really.
And they're green, so most likely it's going to blend in
a little bit more. So I have ties that I was using for my Monstera that are like thick, like very thick green ties. And I don't like them because even though they're green, they stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
So it's nice that these do the same job as that and they're easier to hide. And I just think that for the price, like it's just really easy. Like, I've been there. I've used hair ties. I've used whatever the hell I can find around the house. And it's nice to just have like something official. Right. Yes, literally. So it's nice to just like have one thing that is just for them. That's really easy to cut and use. And you can honestly, I'll probably make it last for at least 3 years. Like it's so much.
Dude, I have not had to buy a new one. And I got mine very early on in my plant journey. I'd say maybe 6 months in. Still have it. And then I recently ordered a moss pole, like just a very basic one on Amazon. Came with another one, exact same thing. So I'm like,
stop it. You're loaded.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah, I've just been really liking them.
Awesome.
What's next on your list?
Okay, so mine is Etsy. Now, I used to have a lot of more, I don't know how to say it, but like non-Etsy shops that I go to, like NSC Tropical, Steve Leaves. But I've really been into just kind of browsing Etsy. It's very relaxing and fun just to look at plants. But
yeah.
Why I like it too is I think we're in such an interesting time to purchase plants online. And even if you guys follow Lulu's Leaves, Lucia on YouTube, and also her name is Ashley. I'm blanking on her YouTube channel, but both of them made videos talking about how plant prices are going down. And what they were saying is, because the demand was so high during the peak of, during quarantine when people were really getting into plants, there was such a big demand. So now we have so many plants, but there's kind of what I think is people have either bought all their wish list plants or they're like, okay, this is pricey. I gotta, everyone's back at work. Maybe they don't have enough, as much time as they once had to take care of their plants. So we're left with this huge leftover of like, oh, you guys wanted all these plants and now we have just a lot left over and we need to sort of sell them and get rid of them now.
Right.
So for the long-term collectors, that's when we can come in and swoop and get
yes. I think you're totally right. I think there's too much supply because I think a lot of people it was like right. I think for so many people, it was just like, I need something to keep me busy during the pandemic. And now they're like, oh, I have to go be an adult again. Maybe I don't like plants as much as I did.
Yeah. And that's totally okay. Like, but I'm very excited. Also, too, I don't know if there ever will be this much supply again, at least for a while, because, I always think back to when I first got into plants and I was buying quite a bit online. You really couldn't find anything. Like I remember even Monstera Adansonia was hard to find online. So now, because plants are here, they're cheaper, I don't know if it'll ever be this good again. I mean, of course, it's a ebb and flow. Like things will go back to being popular and not popular. But all I'm saying is, I think it's a really good time to search online. As long as you're not getting scammed, make sure.
But those risks always happen. Like I feel like you ordered through a website that's hopefully gonna be on your side,
Yeah, if you want, I can do a quick round off of shops that I actually do
trust. That'd be I think people get nervous, so I think that'd be really helpful.
Totally. So I like the Plant Nurse. She has a lot of Hoyas. Garden Gals, they are really good too, mainly Hoyas. Then you also have Plant the Studio. They're amazing. They also have like an online website too. Then Botanicas is a great one. They really do specialize in uncommon plants. So they have a lot of begonias, philodendrons, a little bit more on the pricey side, but you can trust them for sure.
Yeah.
And then one that I have literally ordered so many plants from is the Plant Farm. They're based in like Spokane, Washington. And then last but not least, I gotta mention Land of Alice Studio because that's where I got my Veitchii and my Ace. Yeah. So if you guys, those ones you can trust, and you can see for yourself too. They have like thousands of sales, great reviews. So just be careful, but still get those plants.
That's it's been on my mind ever since you told me you got your Veitchii on Etsy because I really want one.
Yeah.
You got yours tiny too, didn't you?
Tiny. And I took off a plantlet and sold it before maybe I traded it. I think I traded it.
You had one for sale.
I had one for sale and I don't know why I just couldn't get rid of it. And I don't think I had it too expensive. I feel like it was like
$150, wasn't it?
I think so. And of course, like it's more pricey now. Like I think now you could probably get it for a little cheaper. But this was 6 months ago. So but
times change.
Times do change very quickly. I was not expecting plant prices to go down this soon. I thought maybe like in a couple years, but what do you know?
I'm holding out for my Tycon. I'm like, either it's going to be in a big box store or I'll just get it for a great deal. Like, I just want one.
Did you see how huge that they're going to be? The cost of farm ties?
Yes. They're crazy.
Giant. I'm like, holy shit.
Buying them for like $50, $30 or something?
I think they are going to be like $90 or something, but I thought they were going to be little seedlings. Like, no, these bitches are giant.
Like at least 8 foot, not 8 foot, Jesus, 8-inch pots, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they're very big. So hold out, girl.
I know. I'm just like, I'm going to just ride this wave. I don't need it now. I'm not dropping $500 to have the plant of my dream. It's fine.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to hop around really quick just because you're talking about like a place to buy things. My Etsy is Facebook Marketplace, guys. It is my home. I also like Facebook plant groups, certain ones that so one of my favorites is SoCal BST. Nice. So it's more local for me. And SoCal Rare Plants BST, I think is what it's called. So you can get more of like the juicy plants and like Veitchii, for example, stuff like that. So I love it. It's my haven for buying plants, guys, especially Marketplace. That's where I got my Peru. You guys, I paid $40 for my Peru that I just showed you guys. Like, it's amazing. Obviously, like there is stuff that's overpriced and there is stuff that's average, but I just love it when you find something that's underpriced.
I
Oh my
know.
God. And like,
Fun of it too, you know, it's like an Easter
yes,
hunt.
it's like a treasure hunt, Easter egg hunt. And it's like, so many sellers are willing to negotiate. And I'd feel it out. Like if I feel like they're truly at a fair price, I don't haggle, even though I could. But
Yeah.
I try to be respectful. But some stuff, like I've been able to get down in price a little bit. But for
Yeah.
example, some people just want to get rid of stuff. Like that's what it was with the Peru. She sold it to me in a decorative pot, super established. She's like, I'm moving. I just need to get rid of it fast. And those are the
Wow.
best ones. But then
Absolutely.
I think one of my biggest wins from Marketplace was my silver stripe that you were with me for.
Right. 'Cause she was moving too. She was just
She
wanting to
was
get rid
moving
of
across
it.
country, and she had, you guys, her house was filled with plants. She had so many, but she was someone like she was someone that you couldn't argue with. Believe me, Holly met her. She was really nice, but like she insisted it was a philodendron Brazil, and I was like, I think it's a silver stripe, and she's like, no, it's not.
She's like a mom that's like mother's always right.
Yes. So I was like, I tried. I'm not correcting you again. And I got like a crazy, I don't even know what size pot that was. Like
Probably 12, but it was kind of shallow and wide.
yeah, like she had it in a more like succulent-esque pot.
Mm-hmm.
But she had it in that pot for like 10 years and the roots were brittle. So Holly and I had to do some cleanup. But I paid $25 for a whole mother plant. And like that was just like unheard of. Like Holly showed me the Etsy. I never looked for a silver stripe, but Holly sent me the Etsy prices later and I was shook.
And that's another plant that out of nowhere got so pricey, especially like the Gabbies, the Rios, you know, from Gabriella Plants. So
insane.
Yeah, you got a great deal.
I was shocked. I was like, this is crazy. And that was in December that I got it. And I can officially say in August that she has made a full recovery. I'm not getting any dead parts anymore.
Hell yeah.
So that's been really exciting. It's finally like acclimated. It's good to go. So
good irrigation.
Yeah. She's the reason why I've been able to expand into Hoya because that was the only plant people wanted to trade with me.
Oh.
Because a lot of my like I appreciate the simple plants and like the ones I have that are valuable, I don't want to cut. So
I feel you. You know, I will say though, cutting like plants really helps with new growth. Sometimes there's times when you can cut too much, like my poor serpents. Like, what can I say? I was bored during quarantine. I did lots of plants.
Lots of trades. A year ago.
Yes. And so just now is it starting to get back to where it was. But my variegated Bella and my fishtail Hoya polyneura, they were just stunted. Like they would not grow until I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to cut them up. And now they're growing so well. So that's a little encouragement for you.
That's what someone told me recently. And I was like, I just need to ball up and do it because like, I'm sure we could be positive results. So what I'm thinking of right now, like if I wanted to do a trade, I could definitely cut my string of hearts, my variegated string of hearts. But I'm like,
no.
But I think it's asking to be cut because it skipped one node. Like I think a little leaf it like didn't grow, but then it kept growing. But I was like, now there's a bald spot. Like if I'm going to do a cutting, I don't know. But
I know.
Yeah, so Facebook Marketplace is my home.
That's right.
Next on your list, Holly.
Okay, next are these bins from Amazon for like organization. And I try to not always, I guess, point towards Amazon for everything, but I mean, what can I say? It's cheap. It's cheap. It's very convenient. And bins get pricey, dude. Like even the dollar store. I'm like, this is the MF dollar store. Why is this expensive?
Yes.
But so there is a listing if you guys want it. I'm sure we can find a way to link it somewhere. But I got these right before I moved because I was looking for things with lids that were still clear to let in light for plants. And I knew that once I moved, I would use them for potting mediums, like, your pumice, a separate one for bark, etc. And I also use some for just like general organization, like with sphagnum moss, plant ties, So I like the listing. It was 6 of them for $39, which
I need you to send it to me.
Yeah. In fact, I don't have one near me. They're not the biggest. They're probably about maybe like 14 inches or something like that. But
that's good for small spaces.
And it's fairly deep, you know, they have lids. You can stack them very well. So I store them underneath my desk so I can just like pull them out when I need them. And I really like them. I've been really loving them.
I was actually thinking of you the other day and I was like, I need to ask her about the bins she uses because I've been really bad. I've just left my soil outside because I have no room and I can't it's been a mess. There's a lot of work to be done in terms of my organization with my plants and my little benches that have storage. They're just overflowing and it's messy. Like it's just piles on piles. But I feel like something like that would be perfect that I could just label because I want to just, I don't know. I haven't decided. Do you just have a soil that you've pre-mixed in one bin or do you keep all your additives separate and then add them in or both?
Interesting you say that. I have a very tall one that I recommend for soil that came from Target. And that one just has a Happy Frog Fox Farm in it.
Okay.
And that's like a base, which I've talked about before. I really like them because if you're in a pinch, you can use it on its own. But I do also separate, like I have a one for perlite, like for when I propagate with perlite.
Okay.
And then, you know, there's one for charcoal, there's one for orchid bark.
Right.
But I have recently repurchased, and this is the next on my list, Becca's.
Ooh, go ahead, and then I'll go to mine.
I've recently repurchased Becca the De La Tank's soil mix because it is just fire. It is so good. And I think because I still have Fox Farm, I might, you know, like switch it. Like when I run out of Fox Farm, I think I'm just going to put Becca's pre-mixed soil in the bin. So,
that's so exciting.
Your question. So I guess the answer is to both. I have one that's like technically pre-mixed, but then you can use it to mix other things. Like I used to also just completely mix things. Like I had cocoa coir, worm castings, but it's kind of annoying to mix it that much. So now I just have my base and then my other little additives.
Just add it as you need to, like you're cooking.
Plus Becca's, which you don't really need to add anything to. You can add cocoa coir or cocoa peat if you want something to retain a little bit more moisture, which I've seen her do on her YouTube channel as well. Yeah. But dude, her stuff is chef's kiss.
And just so you guys know, Becca is going to be on in the coming months as a guest. I know we haven't been giving you guys guest episodes. It's been a lot.
We're sorry.
We're working on it. Just
we're gonna make it up to you with a hell of a guest.
Yes, she's amazing, and so I'm sure we'll hear more about her soil blend as well then. So I'm really excited.
So what's your next one, Angelique?
Oh my goodness. So I'm going to say it before you say it, but we had a matching thing, which was a plant tarp.
Yes.
I think I had mine before you did. Didn't I?
So you can take it away with this one, Angelique.
This is for both of us, guys.
Yeah, this is my last one. So
I love a tarp. Let me tell you, I always made such a mess in my apartment and now in my home. And it was just like, you guys know it's annoying to have to sweep up soil every time or have to clean up the table and this and that. And so I got a plant tarp off of Amazon. Again, Amazon, sorry. But it clips at every corner, like it pinches at every corner. So you have like a little like border with what you're doing. And it's very spacious. And I just think it's easy to work with. Mine is pink, so I can really see soil and any like imperfections or things I need to deal with really well. And it's just made potting up plants more desirable because like a lot of times I get lazy and I just keep things in nursery pots, but I don't like how that looks. So it's just been nice to have a little station that I can set up in the kitchen and then not feel bad if it's like, oh, it's time for dinner. I can quickly just grab it, toss the soil, like, you know, I can strain it, if you will, into the trash and it's fine. So I just think tarps are great. And I am looking forward to hopefully in the coming months, I would like to upgrade to Phoebe's super cute tarp. She is at Welcome to the Jungle home, correct?
Yep, that's her.
Yes.
And her tarps are gorgeous.
They're so cute.
Because my planting tarp is black. And I think if I could go back, which one day I am going to get one of Phoebe's, but hers are clear and the little buttons they come in different colors. So I think it's beneficial to have either a light color or clear because you can just like see everything, you know? So
totally.
And I know for sure hers are going to be like amazing quality. So that's the one.
Better. Hers is like what's like the bendy plastic called? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like she does it's hers isn't like it isn't a tarp. It's not tarp material.
I think it's a little bit more solid is I think what you mean, right?
Yeah, but like
Right.
it's see-through like you said. It's like I can't think. It was like a film, like a thick film that you can roll up. It's really
Yeah.
cute. It has like a little pin, and it's really cute.
Yeah. And it rolls up very slim. Like mine's just like plopped into one of my bins, but it doesn't roll
because
nice and tight.
mine I have to fold it. I can't roll it.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah. The next one, the last thing that I have two things. How did this happen?
Probably me just hogging it. So
no, it's okay. So this is actually something that I got per your recommendation around Christmas time. My mom was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "I want a nice humidifier." Yay. So I got the IT Vanilla Cool Mist Humidifier on Amazon, which kind of weird, guys. I tried to click the link yesterday and it says it's gone. Like it's just like, oops. There's no page here.
I've still seen it. Sometimes you can find it on a new link. It's so strange, but
that's what I think it is. I was like, why? Yeah. It's so beautiful. Yeah, it does. You're right. It does exist, just not at the link I bought it at. Yeah. But I got it around Christmas time, and it was a big promotion on Amazon. I think it was like $40 off because it's quite expensive usually, but I was able to get it, I think in like the $60 range, which I know is a good deal. And I love it, guys, because it's beautiful. It's a floor standing humidifier that stands probably like 2.5 feet tall to maybe even 3. And it's ultra quiet. So you don't hear the water humidifying.
It's a top fill, right?
Say it again.
Is it like a top fill?
So you have, I don't think so. Kind of. So the top like neck, it pops off, and then you take the tank, you flip it over, you open it, and then you fill it with water, and then you flip it back over again. So it's kind of a process.
Got it.
It's not that bad. I use distilled water in it. They recommend distilled, and I like it because I don't mind that it's visible in my living room because it's not an eyesore. Yeah, it's really pretty, and it honestly, on the lowest setting, I can get it to run probably for about 2 days without stopping or changing water. Yeah. So
it really does make the room and the air more humid.
I think so. I don't know if I can tell really, but I think it does because my Orbifolia has been next to it since like February. And I bought it with some Crispies, and I don't think the Crispies ever got worse.
Nice.
So I think it's doing something. That's the reason why I have it, is mainly for Calathea. But it also hits my Monstera, and then behind the Monstera is the Wally Grow wall. So I'm hoping that they all get some moisture from it, you know?
Totally.
And everyone seems happy in that corner. So I'm hoping it's doing its job.
Yeah. If anything, it is adding a little bit of I cannot talk. Humidity, which is good for your health as a human. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm like, I think it's okay either way. But going off of that, this isn't okay. Again, this isn't really like a plant product, but I use it in my life as a plant product. I purchased a 5-gallon water dispenser that goes along with the humidifier. So I actually utilize sparklets for distilled water because it was way more cost effective and less plastic. So I get this crazy thing of water that I can barely carry. And then I plop this thing on top of it, and it's battery operated, and I press power, and it just fills up the tank really, really directly. Nice. I don't have to like lift it and then hope I don't spill and waste water. So
that's amazing.
Also really effective, like cost effective on Amazon. I'm sure you can buy it in person at like your local hardware store if you want to support a small business. So in terms of keeping my plants humidity up, I recommend that humidifier and that little dispenser, and any dispenser will work. Just type in 5-gallon water dispenser and you'll find it. But yeah, and I guess that's it. I had an honorable mention.
Yes.
I just love having my IKEA greenhouse. I don't know if that counts as a plant product, but
yes. Oh my gosh, I want one so bad. I'm sure it's amazing.
Do you think there's a way to like have a space for it?
So I was doing some measurements around our house yesterday, and I think there is, because I actually really wanted it in the middle of like the main room. I thought about having it in our bedroom, but I'm like, I just want to see the plants every day. So I think if I move this large framed poster that we have, it's like sort of at the beginning of our kitchen. I think I can put it there.
And then you can put the poster somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It's not impossible.
It would somewhat block our like AC, like the unit where you like push the button.
Yeah.
But I told Tyson, I'm like, we'll just move it away from the wall and we can just like reach in behind and it's fine. He's like, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but all right. Like, it is worth it.
I've invested so much money into these plants and they can't die and they need this.
And there's an outlet right there. So I'm like, okay, husband, don't worry. Like,
not the worst. It's just literally the button on the wall to put cool. Oh, it's not bad. We'll be okay, Tyson.
You'll be okay.
Well, I hope you go for it because are you trying to do fabric tall or fabric wide?
Yeah, because I love both, but because the area is
sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Because the area is like a little bit more narrow, I would definitely need the tall one. So
yeah, and it's just so aesthetically pleasing. It's so pretty.
Oh, pretty. I love it.
Would you try to get acrylic shelves the way I did? Is that something you would want?
I think I'm gonna have to like re-listen to our episode again, or at least get your advice, because there's so much you can do with the IKEA greenhouse cabinets. Like I get a little overwhelmed. Like to be honest.
And you guys, I never posted a TikTok. I never even posted a part 2 to my funny TikTok 2 months ago. I never resolved it.
Oh, maybe
I don't know why it makes me so tired, but I'll do the greenhouse one for you. Okay. If for no one else, for you.
Yeah, just for me.
Just for Holly, guys. No one else can watch it.
But video.
I fully support. I think it's really exciting. I just think it's wonderful. So I hope you do it.
No, because I'm sure your plants have been loving it, which is why it's an honorable mention.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been having good results. The only weird thing I had was when I went to Hawaii, my ornata was in there, my calathea.
Yeah.
And I came back and it was shriveled. Did you see my story?
Yeah, you told me about that. So
it bounced back. I had to cut a few leaves and I have some yellow spots now, but overall it's bounced back and I have 2 babies coming in. So it's okay. But I was wondering if it got too hot in my greenhouse or if it's just a plant that needs to be watered more.
Right.
So maybe I just didn't give it enough juice before I left. But like literally I could hold them. It felt like I could hold the leaves like a pencil. They shriveled so much. Wow. It was crazy. But
losing them, or
what's up?
Did you end up losing those leaves, or did
I ended up cutting off 2 leaves? Yeah, one was like shriveled, like hard, like it wouldn't ever open up again into a leaf. Like it was dead. I cut that off, and then one was very half shriveled, so I cut around it. Yeah. And then it started turning a little yellow and I was like, I don't want to take energy from the plant. So I cut that off and then I trimmed the other ones the best I could. Yeah. And one leaf made it out without it being scathed. So that one is holding down the fort. But it was weird because it's next to my elbow. It was at the bottom section of the cabinet and everyone else was fine.
Yeah, but probably was just a thirsty bee.
Yeah, I think it was thirsty, but I think though the little purifier you gave me, it's just so small. Like I love it in there for the light and what it looks like, but you pretty much have to add water every day. So I definitely missed days. Yeah. And so I think I just need more humidity as a whole. And I feel like it got really hot.
Got it.
Because Josh was good about turning it on and off. But yeah, it was really strange. So right now, I don't know.
Well, because my Mars Hydro stays pretty humid. I've never had to add a humidifier inside, but I mean, maybe just because it's a different material, and it's like
I think so.
Yeah. So
I think because there's a little crack, not a bad crack. Like I've just been having a problem sealing the top part of my greenhouse. So maybe I don't know if enough is just escaping. I don't know what it is, but I'm at like 60 to 65% on their own usually. So it needs at least 10 to 15% of like a push.
Yeah.
Just a little push. So I've been like spraying it every day. I open it and I do a spray down and then I close it right away. And that seems to help a little bit.
Nice.
We're figuring it out, guys.
Right. Aww.
But you guys should tell us if you have any products you recommend. I know these were very just like little things that help me and Holly, but there's so many Planty things, down to pots, materials. There's so many things we could talk about. So if you have any recommendations or want us to talk about anything else, just let us know.
Yes, please.
And Holly, where can the people find you?
So you guys can find me at concretebotanical_ on Instagram, Concrete Botanical on TikTok, and then I also have Shop Concrete Botanical on all the socials and concretebotanical.com for my shop, and be on the lookout for a shop update very soon.
Yay! I've been loving the stuff you've been teasing online. It's so cute. Those are those booty pots.
Yes.
And you guys can catch me at Sucka for Plantas with 2 C's in there. You can also catch my other podcast at So I Got Fired at that's it. So I Got Fired. And then you can catch Boozy at Boozy Botanical Podcast. We drop new episodes every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and YouTube to watch us on video.
Yes.
We also have an email address. I was like, what else do I have to say? It's boozybotanicalpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any questions or want to share stories, whatever you want to do. Yes. And if you enjoy today's episode, please leave us a 5-star rate and review, especially on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us on the charts. So yeah, thank you guys so much. It's been a fun episode.
Really good too. And on that note, cheers!